Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
All right. How's your exciting week going?
Very exciting. Funny you should ask.
Lots of, let's give me an example. What happened?
Just lots of clients who are calling in with extra locations. So extra location means more work, which means more business for everybody. I like that.
More local SEO. Google loves that.
Yeah. And we did have a couple Google updates that rolled out, in the last 2 weeks, and another one yesterday. And so far, so good. I'm knocking on wood furiously. So far, so good for our clients, because whenever those updates come out, strange things happen. So one of the weird ones, just so our listeners know, is that if you have a service area business, after the update 2 weeks ago, what we're finding is a lot of those service area businesses, the ones that have the address hidden, they're on their Google listing, they have disappeared. Oh. So if that's you, that means you need to address that, post haste, right? So if you're listening to this, you can do two ways. One, search the name of your business, and if the listing comes up, great. And two, search your category in that location or near that location. And if it comes up, awesome. If it doesn't, then you need to find out why.
All right.
Yeah. And this was without notice, of course, and it wasn't aimed at service area businesses. It's just something we've seen. We've seen a lot of chatter on the wire about this.
Yeah,
Make sense?
I don't
know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when I'm the messenger and the clients are like, why does Google do this? And I'm like, why? I don't know. They just do. So you can accept, you can pivot, or you can stay the course. Those are our options.
You can switch over to duck, quack.
Duck, go.
Duck, go.
I love that one too. That is a great. I like that one too. Nice. All right. So today, though, I have an interesting topic. We've talked about website builders in the past, and I wanted to touch on one that we really haven't touched on before, and that's Squarespace.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of Squarespace?
Definitely. They're publicly traded.
Yeah, they are publicly traded. As of 2021, they have 3.79 million subscribers. Now,
unbelievable.
A subscriber means a unique website. So you could have 10 websites under your account, and each one of those is counted as one of those 3.79 million. So that's a lot of websites. Okay,
that's a lot of bots.
That's a lot of people creating websites. Jamie did say it is a publicly traded company, so that's a great thing. So why is that great? Because that means Squarespace is very motivated to add features, to improve its interface, to make everything as Google friendly as possible. The same way that Wix is, Squarespace is. So they're both publicly traded, so they're highly motivated to do everything possible to make your website as Google friendly as possible. So that's great. We love that.
Good.
All right. So Squarespace, if you didn't know, it's always really been targeted at the mom and pop or the local businesses, the smaller companies that basically they didn't have the funds for a website designer or a webmaster to take care of that website. So like Wix, it's an all-in-one platform. That means they offer the website builder and the web hosting in one place. So that means one login to rule them all. right? So you don't have you don't have multiple logins. You don't really have to worry about security with a Squarespace site other than that one login, right? But that's fine. We like that. You can add users and stuff like that if you need to, of course. So that makes it a very secure platform as opposed to WordPress. WordPress, because it's open source, things can happen. It means that WordPress depends on plugins and themes to work correctly. And so those plugins and themes all are security holes waiting to happen. So security-wise, Squarespace, in my opinion, wins that battle. Okay?
Sure.
Now,
makes sense.
The thing, I'm going to go through the cons first, okay? Because Squarespace still has some cons, even though they are working hard to address them. And one of the big cons is speed. So because you are tied down to Squarespace as your host, they are the host for 3.79 million subscribers. That's a lot of websites, right? So unfortunately, that means the hosting part of Squarespace, if it's not improved, that's one of the biggest cons for me, is that speed-wise, it's very tough to get a website to be ultra fast plus pretty. Okay, because we want to, we have I always say there's two audiences for your website. One, humans. The other, Jamie?
Bots.
No, Google. And Google bots. So I guess bots.
So, I was right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make it
correct me.
A little more listener friendly. So Google needs to love your site too. So Google loves speed. So you will sacrifice some speed moving over to Squarespace. All right. So that's just what you can try and make your photos as small as possible, just like you can with every other platform. But that does have limits. If you're going to be adding any kind of motion, any kind of animation to those photos, it's going to slow your site down more. If you use any of the few hundred plugins that Squarespace allows and offers, it's going to slow down your site too. So if you are doing any of that, please don't do them on your homepage. Do those on the inner pages. That's the best I can offer. So that on your homepage, we want that to be as lightning fast as possible, just for Google and Google bots. Okay. All right. Yep. So when I say homepage, if you have many location pages, then I mean those location pages. Whatever is connected to your Google business profile, that's the page that needs to be very fast. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So then next one, the interface can be a little clunky. I mean, it is pretty legacy based. So it is learnable. It's not as easy to use as Wix. It's better than Weebly. So I guess that's just the way it is. So it's learnable. The learning curve is there, but it's not that steep. Squarespace just did have an update a couple of years back that did kind of revamp their interface. That's awesome. It made adding new pages and new sections really easy. So if you follow those guides, you'll have no problems in making beautiful pages. All right. So I love that. That's cool. Now, the other thing, one of the other cons that goes along with that, though, is heading structure. So we've talked about heading structure before on this podcast. Heading structure is basically what designers use to make the text or the font bigger or smaller, depending on how important it is to that page. So an H1 is a heading 1 that generally is the largest font on that page, and it has on that one page you only want one of those. Then heading 2 and then heading 3, those are smaller fonts, but they're also significance factors. So that's how Google, those bots read the page. So you want to make those appropriately, you want to use the appropriate headings with an eye towards importance. So that can get a little complicated in Squarespace. You do have to do coding for it, and it will take you about a half hour to learn how to do it. There is no workaround as of what is this, September 2022 that I know of. And, we do have clients who are on Squarespace. So whenever we take them over, we have to fix their heading structure, and it can be a nightmare. So because it's an individual one by one, you have to go into CSS and do the appropriate coding for that section. It is, and it always ends up looking a little maybe different than you want it to, but we try our best. Okay. So that can affect your local SEO for your site. So that might be one of your deciding factors, right? Speed,
Sure.
Heading structure is tough to do. The other good parts, though, they kind of outweigh that, and that is they build beautiful websites. They're easy to build. And the other SEO parts of this, like putting in schema or great descriptions, that kind of stuff is obviously included. Very, very, very easy to do. So just because by virtue of Squarespace being a publicly traded company, boom, they took care of almost everything. So I guess my 2 wish list ones would be being able to change header sizes on only one page. That'd be great. And then also, of course, being able to lazy load images, or at least find some way of speeding up the sites.
Yeah, you would think by this time Google would recognize that video is a big part of websites, and GIFs are a big part of websites.
Yeah, nope. They are, but I mean, just not. It's not a good experience for the Google bots. So,
all right.
Google's not going to show those as easily. So, that's just the way it goes.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I got for Squarespace.
All right. Well, that was a great commercial for Squarespace, who is not sponsoring this podcast.
No, I don't know if it was a commercial or not, but yeah.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you're endorsing you're giving them your thumbs up.
I'm agnostic with all this stuff. So just, if you're starting out, understand that speed and that weird heading structure thing is going to be tough. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Pretty good. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, if anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right. So if you know a business owner starting out or thinking of changing their website, share this podcast with them. Give them a little insight on Squarespace, and then make sure to click on over. No, just kidding. That's we have no referral code for Squarespace, but in any event, make sure to share this podcast with them specifically, and then share the entire Local SEO in 10. This will definitely help streamline their web process right from the beginning. And then also, if you have any questions about a previous episode or a previous topic, you can go to our webpage, magnifiedmedia.net, click on the podcast button, and then click in your search term. And if there is a podcast, chances are there's 2 or 3 of them at least. And then if not, send us a message on our Facebook or LinkedIn page, Local SEO in 10, and we will get back to you. Oh, and don't forget to leave us 5 stars wherever you are listening to us. We really appreciate it.
Woo.
Okay, Adam, anything else?
That's it.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.